everyone, I'm Ava Comissiong. I'm going to be teaching a Pilates class today using the Pilates wheel. Before you start any sort of fitness activity, make sure that you've always checked with your healthcare provider that you're all good to go and ready to work out. Today's class we're going to be using the Pilates wheel, and we'll also be using the anchoring system, the DLX version, which means that your staff is going to be anchored either to your door or whatever anchoring point you have for your space. The anchor itself, the staff, instead of using the half staff position, I'm going to play around with the full staff position. So to set that up, you're going to screw both ends of the staff in so that it's a completely long dell that will be anchored against the wall. I've turned the staff a little bit so it's not completely screwed in so that both ends are about equal when you hook your cords in. If you don't have the space for your room or wherever you're working out, you can always use the half staff. It'll still work the same. It's just a little bit less space. I'm quite tall, I'm 5'10", so I wanted to play around with that and see how it feels to have a little bit more space for the body, but you can definitely do it in half staff mode. The accessories that you're going to need today are your yellow cords, your red cords, your Pilates wheel, handles, and foot straps. So we're doing a lot today. The yellow cord is hooked onto your staff closest to you, and your red cord is hooked farthest away from you. Your hand straps are going to be on the yellow cord, so I have my yellow cord with my hand straps attached. The red cord does not have the foot strap attached. We're just going to have those off to the side. We're not going to use them quite yet. The Pilates wheel you want in the middle locked position. So if it's in the dropped position, you're just going to turn the little dials, lift it up so that it's in the center position. And you'll have it towards the end of your mat. We're not going to use it quite yet, but you just want it there for you when it's time. We'll start in a cat-cow position, which means we're going to come onto our hands and knees just to warm up the body and stretch out. Making sure that your hands are directly below your shoulders and your knees are directly below your hips. You'll take a nice inhale, inflating the lungs, pressing your spine in towards your tummy, getting a nice rounded back. And then on the exhale, you release everything back down, tilting the tailbone up towards the ceiling, squeezing the shoulder blades down and together, and you'll repeat. We'll do this 8 times, just warming up the body, letting everything kind of flow back and forth, so your spine starts to stretch and extend. Let's do about 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And when you've finished off your final one, return to a flat back, allowing your tailbone to be slightly tucked under so it's a completely flat back. Hands are flat into the mat, middle fingers point straight ahead. Elbows are engaged, so that means you pull up your biceps and your triceps. Send the right leg back, tucking the toes under, making sure the pelvis is tucked. Send the left leg back, and you're in your plank. We'll stay in this plank, breathing in and out for a full minute. Nice inhales and exhales. A great cue point is to have your eye line towards your bar to prevent yourself from tucking your chin into your chest or extending your neck up towards the ceiling. You're about 15 seconds in, and just breathe through it. Nice inhales and exhales. If plank is something that's not for you and you need to come down a little bit, feel free to drop the knees and be in a kneeling plank instead. But if you can, stay in that extended plank. You've got about 30 seconds left. Again, eye line towards that bar. Nice inhales and exhales. Flat hands into the mat. Lower abs pulled in, making sure you don't sink down into that lower back. Tuck the pelvis. About 20 seconds left. Nice inhales and exhales. 15. Okay. 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and place the knees down. Sit back on the heels, rest the shoulders. Allow your body to relax. 3 breaths. And 2. And rolling it up. Okay. Turning into a stag position. I have my left knee bent and my right knee bent. My left knee is forward. Trying to keep both hip bones down. Left hand goes onto your wheel. The right arm extends out to the side, and we'll go into a mermaid stretch / slide overs. As you press the wheel out, allow your arm to go up and over, and then wheel it back in. Bring yourself back upright. You have 5. Going out, over, and then back in, and 4. Pressing out and over, and in, 3. Last 2. This next one, you're going to go over, twist towards the floor, even out your hands, press out a little bit farther, lift your gaze up and forward, squeeze your shoulder blades down together, and bring yourself up to a little bit of back extension, and press back out for 5, rolling up and down, 4, and 3, 2, last one, pressing out, walking the left hand back to the center so you can return to the side and come all the way up and in. We'll turn around for the other side so you can just flip the legs over. So now that the right leg is in front and the left leg is behind, right hand will go onto the bar, left arm out to the side. Same press. You go out and over, and then up and in for 5, and 4, 3, and 2. This next one, when you go over, you'll twist towards the floor, even out the hands, adjust if you need to. Press out even farther, letting your body drop. On the inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades down and together. Lift the body up, inflate the lungs. Open it up, and press back out. For 5. Squeezing those shoulder blades down and together so the shoulders are out of your ears. 4, and 3. Last 2. 1 left. When you press out this last time, you'll stay out there. Walk your right hand back to the center so you can return to the side and roll yourself up and in. Right. We'll grab onto our red springs. Your red springs are anchored into that anchor with the extenders attached. Your wheel is set in the center position, so it's not in the low lock, it's in the center, and you'll attach them on, one on each side. Once your wheel is attached, scoot yourself forward. I place my feet over the wheel, and I'm scooting myself all the way down until my booty is super close to the bar, so that way I have a nice long press when we get into pressing out and in for footwork. You'll lie down, placing your feet onto the bar. About the middle of the foot is a great starting point. We're going to stay in parallel today. Legs are hip width apart, which is if you take your fist, put it in between your knees, that's your hip width apart. It's not super wide or glued together. Arms are down by your side, palms are facing down, ribs are knitted in, and the tailbone is down. You'll take a nice inhale, and on the exhale, you'll press out. And on the inhale, you'll come in for 10. When you press out, notice if the wheel is favoring a side. If it is, try to even that press out. Usually you're going to favor with your dominant leg, so your right leg will probably push harder. You're trying to push equal within the wheel. 7 more. Keeping the tailbone down and the abdominal wall glued in. And 6. Last 5. And 4. Checking in with the ribs and the tailbone. 3. Lower abs are pulled in, shoulders are relaxed. And 2. We'll add a little layer. So now, as your knees bend in, send your arms up towards the ceiling, palms face away. You'll press out until your legs are straight. You're going to keep the legs straight. So press out on the exhale, lock those legs nice and straight by pulling up the quadriceps. Take an inhale, and on your next exhale, lower your arms as you lift your shoulders up off the mat, peeling your spine up off the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Take your time with that lower back. It's going to want to lift up in one flat chunk. Try to avoid that. You reach forward past your toes, nice rounded spine.
Take an inhale when you're over there, and then you begin to exhale and you roll down just as slow as you rolled up. Any positions that you had trouble with when you're rolling up, this is your opportunity to get stronger as you roll down through those points that you struggled with. Arms stop when they're up towards the ceiling. You bend the knees in, and we'll repeat that 2 more times. You're going to press out. You take a nice inhale. Exhale, round, and peel the spine up 1 vertebrae at a time, rolling all the way up, rolling it forward. So keep a rounded spine the whole time. And then you inhale, and you exhale as you roll back down. So exhale on both ends. You exhale as you roll up, and you exhale as you roll down. Once you're safely down, bend the knees in. 1 more time. Exhale as you roll out. Inhale. Exhale as you lower the arms, tucking the chin in slightly, rounding yourself up, peeling your spine up off the mat 1 vertebrae at a time. Reach it forward. And then you roll down. Take your time for this last roll down. Really articulate and imprint 1 vertebrae into the mat at a time until you're lying down, bending the knees in, and releasing the arms. You'll take your wheel. It's still going to stay underneath you. You're just going to put your feet over the wheel and scoot yourself down a little bit farther so that you're closer with your booty closer to the bar. You'll grab onto your yellow springs or your yellow straps. 4 fingers through the loops. Thumbs are on the outside. Arms go up to that position you just had where your fingertips are extended and your palms are facing away. On the exhale, you'll lower your arms like you just did, lifting the shoulders up like you just did, but you're not going to roll up all the way. You're just going to roll into a chest lift. So as you lower the arms, you lift the shoulders up, reach your arms away, reach past that bar, a little bit over it, and then you roll back down. You have 10. Exhaling as you roll up into that chest lift, and inhale as you go down. 9. 8 more. Exhaling up, reaching those hands away. If you don't reach the hands away, the energy of your body has to go somewhere. Instead of sending it out of your fingertips, it's going to creep right up into your neck. So you want to make sure that you're sending those fingertips down and away, sending energy out of them. Let's do 4 more. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. We're going to have a little pause at the end. 3 more. And down. Last 2. Making sure you come down every single time so that your neck gets a little rest at the bottom. And 1. Good. Coming down, arms up towards the ceiling. You'll place the feet into tabletop. We're going to do 3 sets of these. You exhale into your chest lift, lowering your arms down by your side. Take an inhale. Exhale, reach a little bit farther. Come up a nano inch, a little bit higher. Take an inhale. Exhale a little bit higher. Take an inhale. Exhale just a little bit higher. Stay there and pulse like you're trying to reach past the bar. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release down, legs staying tabletop. Take an inhale and roll, repeat that. Exhale back into your chest lift. Take an inhale. Exhale, round even more. Take an inhale, reach the fingertips. Exhale, round even more, and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it down. 1 more set. Big inhale. Exhale back into your chest lift. Lower the arms. Take an inhale. Exhale, round it higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, round it higher. Take an inhale. Reach really high and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Place the feet down. Let the arms relax for a second. Last bit that we'll do is the hundreds. Arms will have the same positioning. You press down to your arms by your side. 3 choices with the legs. If you're feeling tired, keep your feet flat. If you're up for a little bit of a challenge, heels together, knees together in a tabletop. If you're up for a bigger challenge or full hundreds, you'll be extending the legs out as straight and as low as your body allows. If your legs are completely straight, heels together, toes apart, Pilates V. You can choose any 3 of those options. The upper body will look the same. You You can always opt out of using the straps if you'd like. Arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale into your chest lift. Choose your leg option and begin to pump the arms. Breathe in for 5 pumps and you exhale 10. In for 5 and exhale 20. In for 5 and exhale 30. In for 5 and exhale 40. In for 5, keep reaching those fingertips. Exhale 50, maybe lower the legs a little bit. And exhale 60. In for 5 and exhale 70. In for 5 and exhale 80. In for 5 and exhale 90. In for 5 and exhale 100. Relax it down. Place your straps down. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Let your abdominal wall relax. Take a couple circles for 3 and 2. And reverse the circle for 3 and 2 and 1. Feet go down over the bar, arms down by your side. You want to feel for the bar and make sure it's about fingertips away. So I'm lying on my back and I'm reaching for the bar and I can reach it with my fingertips. Once I can reach it with my fingertips, I'm going to walk my feet back and place my feet onto the bar. Middle of the foot, legs are hip width apart. Palms face down into the mat so my shoulders are nice and open. Keeping your tailbone down in neutral spine, you take a big inhale. On the exhale, the first thing you do is you tuck your pelvis under. So I'm going to tuck my booty under, use my lower abs, pull my lower abs in and down. I'm going to continue with that motion as I press my pelvis up, squeezing my glutes and using my hamstrings to keep the wheel stabilized. I press up, I take an inhale, and then I exhale as I roll down just as slow as I went up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Take your time with that lower back. 1 vertebrae imprints down into the mat at a time until your tailbone is all the way down. Release it into neutral spine. You'll repeat that. Inhale. You exhale as you tuck. You continue to exhale and peel the spine up, keeping the knees parallel. Watch out for the knees turning out or in. You're pressing up, keeping the tuck. Don't push up as high as you can and arch your back. You want to make sure it's tucked. And then you roll down 1 vertebrae at a time, stabilizing that wheel as much as possible. We'll move in a couple seconds. Good. Let's do 5 more. Rolling it up. Press it up. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll it down. Last 4. Rolling it up. Peel it away like a sticker being peeled off of a piece of paper. 1 vertebrae at a time. And you roll it down, keeping that wheel as still as you possibly can. Last one like this. Tuck and roll up. Press it up. And roll it right back down until your tailbone is down. Good. Give yourself a quick little release. You can shake it out because we're going to add on some layers. Feet go back onto the bar. Stabilize the wheel. Same beginning. You tuck the pelvis. You peel the spine up. You press it up. Keep the tuck. Now you're allowed to move the wheel. I'm going to press the wheel out, keeping my butt up off the mat. I'm going to bring the wheel back into where I started, and then I'm going to roll it down 1 vertebrae at a time. We got 5 of those. You exhale as you tuck and you roll up. You press out. You come in, and you roll it down. If you feel like when you press up, it's too high and you're arching your back, come down a little bit from there. You can keep it low as long as you keep the tuck in the pelvis. So you can be a whole lot lower and still feel your hamstrings work. And you roll it back down. Good, you got 2 more. Exhale as you roll it up. Take a nice inhale. Exhale out. Inhale in. And you roll it down on the exhale. You got 1 left. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll it up. Press it out. Come all the way in. And roll it down. Good. Releasing the wheel. Allow your feet to go over the wheel. Bend your right knee into your chest and hold behind your right thigh. Send your right leg up towards the ceiling. Nice flex in the foot so you're digging the heel away. Then your calves and your hamstrings relax. If you're very flexible, you can slide the hands up and hold onto the calves. If you're super flexible, you can grab the feet, flex the foot. Make sure you don't lift the tailbone up to make that happen. Keep your booty nailed down as you pull, flexing the foot. 10 counts. And 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, good, release, shake it out. Right foot down, bring the left leg in. Again, hold behind your thigh first, see how you feel. Both sides don't have to match, it's about stretching to your max, so it might not match the first side, it might not match what it did yesterday. It really just depends on your flexibility. If you want to grab for the calves or flex the foot and hold onto the toes, keeping that flex in the foot, digging the heels away. For 10, again, make sure you don't tuck the pelvis to get that flexibility. Keep your tailbone down. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, and bring the legs in. Give yourself a quick little squeeze. Roll yourselves up. And we'll release the wheel. So you'll take the straps off of the wheel. And just send the wheel down just a couple inches so it's out of your way. We're going to turn around and we'll face the back. Yellow straps. You're going to pull until your straps are nice and even. You'll come up to a kneeling position. I like to scoot back so I feel a good amount of tension on the straps just to start out with. So the straps shouldn't be dangling loose. They should be a little bit tight. Squeeze your shoulder blades down and together as you exhale and bring your arms down by your side. You can pull a little bit past your hips. Go for it. You exhale as you pull. You inhale as you release. Squeezing those shoulder blades down and together for 10. Exhale as you pull. And 9. Inhale as you release. And 8. 7. And 6. Last 5. And 4. 3. Making sure you're not sticking your tailbone out. 2. Tucking the pelvis, pulling the abs in. Last one. Good. Release it forward. Palms face in. Make a fist around the strap. Pull until your arms are a little bit by your side. They won't pull all the way back. That's fine. You're going to sink your tailbone back just a couple inches. Bend your elbows and then straighten. Triceps for 10. Exhale as you pull. 9. Little bit of a forward lean. 8. Lower abs are pulled in. 7. 6. 5. Good. Exhale as you pull. 4. Slow release. 3. And 2. And 1. Bringing the body back upright. Palms face up. Elbows are slightly away, so you don't want to glue them down. You want to have them a little bit extended, so that way your upper arm has to work. Biceps. You exhale as you pull. You inhale as you release. I'm going to go back a little bit farther so I have more tension for my body. If you need a little bit less tension, feel free to scoot closer in if you need to. You got 8 more. Exhale as you pull. Inhale as you release. It's a slow movement. The bar is lifting up slightly, so you don't want to speed through and have the bar slamming up and down. 4 more. Exhale as you pull. And 3. And 2. And last one. Good. Releasing it down. Place your straps down and have a seat. You're going to be grabbing on to your leg straps, so your foot straps. 1 on each side. You'll place them on the red straps, the red springs. Good. Once you have them clipped in, 1 on each side, you probably won't use both sides, but I like to have them clicked in just so it's a reminder that you don't lose them, so I always click them in together. We're actually going to take this red spring off of its connector, and you're going to place it into the center connection point. So right in the middle of that dowel, you just hook it right there. I'll send my wheel down just a couple inches so it's out of my way. This strap will go onto your left foot when you're lying on your right hand side. So I'm going to place my right elbow down into the mat. I'm going to tuck my left knee in. I'm going to place the strap onto my left foot, and my right knee is tucked in at a 90-degree bend. You're going to make sure your wheel is far down enough that it won't be in your way. With the right knee tucked in and I'm on my right elbow, I'm pulling up my right hand side. So you want to make sure you're not collapsing down into your shoulders. It's going to kill your shoulders and you're missing out your obliques working. So you want to pull up and in. I'm going to send my top leg down. Toes are parallel to the floor. I take a nice inhale and then I'm going to swing the leg forward. On the exhale, I'm going to press it back down. You have 10, working your glutes. Inhale as you go forward. Exhale as you press down. And 9, make sure that your hips are staying stacked. So when you squeeze and you press the leg back, you don't want to roll the hip back and open up your hip flexors. You want your hips to stay stacked, one on top of the other. Let's do 5 more. Exhale and inhale forward. 4, good. Check in with the shoulder that you're not collapsing. 3, if it does get too much, feel free to lie all the way down. 2, this last one, you're going to swing the leg forward. Keep it forward with some tension in that rope. You're going to lower until your inner thighs touch, and then you're going to lift it up for 10. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. 9, little bit of tension in the red rope. 8, and 7, 6, good. Exhale up, inhale down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee in. Give yourself a quick little rest. Reset if you started to kind of dig into that shoulder. Once you're nice and engaged on that right hand side, heels together, you're going to open and close for clamshells. You've got 10. If you'd like a little challenge, lift your heels up slightly. 9, heels stay together the whole time. 8, opening and closing. 7, checking in with that right shoulder that you haven't collapsed. 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, release it down. Give yourself a quick little second. Left leg extends forward again. You're going to send your left leg forward, press down just a couple inches, and draw little circles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and you got to reverse. 10 the other way. 10, exhales, you lift up and over. 9, almost done. 8, 7, check in with your right hand side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Done. Take your straps off. Let's stretch this side out. You'll sit up facing your wheel. Cross your left leg in front of your right. You're working the left leg, so cross the left leg in front of the right leg. Left heel is a little bit farther forward than the right, so it's not tucked in too tight. Once you have kind of an open position, grab onto your wheel, slowly roll out, and you'll feel that left hip flexor open up. You can roll back in to release if it's really tight, and then you roll back out. For 5. Okay. And 4. Letting that left hip flexor relax. And 3. Last 2. And last one. Roll it out. Stay out there for 3 big inhales and exhales. And 2. And roll it on up. Good. We got the other side. So, you again send your wheel down a little bit so that it's out of your way. You'll be grabbing the same red strap. It's still hooked in the center, so you don't have to switch straps. Your right foot will be going into the strap, and you'll be lying on your left-hand side. So I would be facing away from the camera with my left arm down. But just for camera's sake, I'm going to face forward. I'll do the same side, but you'll be doing your right leg. So now your left elbow is going to go down into the mat. You'll place your right leg into the strap. Same setup. You press down until your leg is straight. You pull your abs in and you swing forward and down. You've got 10 of these. Inhale forward and exhale down. 9. Good. Keeping the leg about hip height. You don't want to drop it too low. 8 more. And 7. Again, if it feels too much for your shoulders, you can lie all the way down. 6. Can you put your hand below your head? 5. Whatever feels best for you. 4. I personally like to be up on my elbow. 3. It causes you to use your abs a little bit more. 2. But if you need to modify, you can drop down like this. You're going to swing the leg forward. You'll lower and lift for 10. Up and down. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. And 3. 2. And 1. Good. Bending that right leg in. Heels together. Clamshells. Options. Heels can stay down, or you can lift your heels up a little. Make it a harder position. Open and close for a 10. And 9. Checking in with your shoulder. 8. Abs are pulled in. 7. 6. Last 5. 4. And 3. 2. And 1. Give yourself a quick little rest. We've got the circles still. Again, if you need to lie down, go for it. If you can stay up on your shoulder the whole time, please do so you're a little bit more even. You'll send your leg out. You'll press down a couple more inches so that there's some tightness in the rope. You're going to give me circles for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. Almost done. 5. 4. 3. 2. You pause and you go the other way. Reverse your circle. 10. 9. 8. Again, you can bring it up onto the elbow. 7 if you'd like. 6. Makes it a whole lot harder. 5. 4. 3. 2. And done. Take your straps off. Shake it out. You're going to sit facing the front. You'll cross your right leg in front of your left because it was your right leg that was working this time. With the right leg crossed in front, a little bit extended. Don't tuck it too close. You want it nice and open. You'll reach for your bar. You'll slowly press out and slowly lift up for 5. Pressing out and in. And 4. And 3. Last 2. Press out one more time. We'll stay out there for 3 breaths. Just letting the glutes relax for 3. And 2. And 1. Good. Come on up. Place your wheel down at the base of your mat so it's out of your way again. You're going to turn around and face the back. We're going to work a little bit more on the abs today. That same yellow spring that you had, we're going to switch out the hooks. So, the foot strap that you had, I want you to take it off of the red and put it onto the yellow. And you'll take the yellow handle straps off. Same for the other side. You'll take the handles off and you'll place the foot straps on the yellow springs. Okay. Once you've done that, you can get rid of your red springs so they're out of your way. You'll scoot a little bit lower down towards where your connector is, towards where your foot bar is anchored or your dowel is anchored. These straps, take your feet, put them all the way through the loops. So it's like you're putting on pants. You're going to put them through until they're over your knees, resting on your thighs, but higher up to your knees as opposed to down by your pelvis or your pubic bone. Same thing on the other side. My right foot goes in, and I put it right above my knees, resting close to my knees on my thighs. You'll walk yourself down until you're lying down, and you want to scoot back so that when you bring your legs to tabletop, you feel some tension in the straps. If you don't feel any tension, place your feet down, shimmy yourself back, and then bring your legs back to tabletop. You want to feel the tension there so that your lower abs have to work. 2 choices for the arms. I like my arms to go up towards the ceiling, palms facing away. But if you feel like you need head and neck support, hands can go behind your head to support your head and neck. With the legs in tabletop and the straps engaged, you're going to exhale as you lower your arms if you're choosing this option, lifting your shoulders up off the mat into a chest lift, and then down. Looks the same if the hands are behind the head. You exhale, lifting the shoulders up off the mat, and then down. You've got 10. Exhale up, and inhale down. 9, and 8. Pulling the abs in, reaching the fingertips away if your arms are going with you. 7, and 6. Last 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming down for a quick little rest. If you need to put the hands behind the head, again, you have that same option. We're going to exhale into the chest lift, and we're going to stay in that chest lift. So choose an option for your hands where your neck does feel supported. Either option is fine. Legs come to tabletop. You're going to exhale, making sure you have tension in those ropes. Exhale and lift your shoulders up off the mat. Think of letting your knees rock in towards your face, lifting your booty slightly up off the mat. So your tailbone actually lifts up off the mat. And then you place it back down. You've got 10. Exhale as you lift the booty up, and then inhale as you lower it down. Don't think of the knees coming in and out. That's going to kill your hip flexors. It's an exhale as you lift the tailbone up off the mat, and then you allow the pelvis to rock and roll back down to tabletop. 5 more. Exhaling up, inhaling, lowering it down. Make sure you're not swinging your legs back and forth because we got to hold the last one up there. 4 more. Exhale up, inhale down, and 3, and down. Last 2, holding that chest lift if you can, and down. Big inhale, you're going to exhale, lift your booty up off the mat, keep your shoulders up off the mat, you're in a rounded little ball, and you hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Place your feet down, give yourself a quick little rest. Last bit we're going to do is crisscross for the abdominal wall. I'd like the hands to be behind the head, but if this position doesn't work for you, sometimes it doesn't work for me, my arms go up towards the ceiling and I make a fist. So that way I'm not straining my shoulders to get them behind your head. You bring your legs back to tabletop. You'll be exhaling up and to the left first. So you're going to exhale up and to the left. If your hands are behind your head, looks the exact same like this. Slide your right leg out, and then come back through tabletop, pass through center, and switch to the other side. Good. You want to pass through tabletop each time as you go into your crisscross. You've got 8 more sets, one side then the other. Again, if your arms are extended, it just passes through center with the arms extended instead so that they're not behind your head. You got 5 more sets, one side then the other. Again, hands behind the head looks like this. 4 more sets, passing through a clean tabletop. 3 more sets. Tension on both straps when you come into tabletop. 2 more sets. Finishing off your last set. And finish off your last side. Good. Come through center. Rest it down. Place your feet down. Walk yourselves up. And take your straps off. Turning around facing the front. Grab onto your wheel one last time. We're going to set the wheel to the low locked position. So right now it's in the middle. You'll just pull out and you'll drop the straps down or drop the dowel down until it's locked in that low locked position. So the bar should be in the low locked position. Center it so it's nice and stable. You'll be lying tummy down. Legs extended behind you. Legs can be a little bit hip width apart. You're going to slide the wheel out so that your palms are facing down and your forehead is going down into the mat. First thing you do is you take an inhale You squeeze your shoulder blades down and together. You lift your body up into back extension, stretching out that abdominal wall, and you press out. We've got 8. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. 7 more. Squeezing the shoulder blades down and together. Lower abs are pulled in so you're not dumping into your lower back. 4 more. Inhale up. Exhale out. Good. Legs are engaged. Don't just let them kind of dangle back there. Your glutes are pulled up, your hamstrings are pulled up, your quads are engaged. Last one. Rolling up and pressing out. Good. Place your hands down. Press back into child's pose. Super wide knees with the feet together. Arms go straight out and take 4 big inhales and exhales. And 3. And 2. Rolling yourselves up. And you guys are done. Thanks for watching my video, and I look forward to teaching more classes, and I'll see you next time.